Welcome back. In the second video of refraction of light, today we will discuss about twinkling of stars. During night we see the twinkling of stars, means sometimes stars seems to be bright and stars sometimes seems to be dim. This phenomenon is called as twinkling of stars. So in this section we will learn how the twinkling of stars takes place. Stars are very far away from each other. That's why star is supposed as a point source of light. As the distance between the earth and the star is much more, so the light which is coming from the star is supposed to be a point, and that's why the star is supposed to be a point source of light. When starlight enters the Earth's atmosphere, it undergoes refraction continuously, varying with the refractive index. The Earth has an envelope of environment, which is nothing but atmosphere. The refractive index of vacuum and the refractive index of atmosphere, which has the different layers, has the different refractive index. When the starlight enters in Earth's atmosphere, the bending of starlight occurs towards the normal because it passes from a rarer medium to the denser medium. Now let us understand our third point. The Earth atmosphere has the different layers. The layers which are present at the topmost layer, they are somewhat rarer. But after that, the layer of the atmosphere which are very close to the Earth, they are very denser. So that's why when starlight enters in Earth's atmosphere, means when they are entering from rarer medium to denser medium, there is a continuous refraction of light, and due to this, as the light is coming from rarer medium to denser medium, the refracted ray is continuously bending towards the normal. So when the star is observed near the horizon, its apparent position is slightly higher than the actual position. Actually, its actual position is lower, but its apparent position is higher because there is a continuous refraction of light due to the different layers of the atmosphere. The apparent position of star is due to the mobility of air and change in the temperature of the atmosphere. Let us learn about this point number 5. The apparent position means the star seems to be at a higher position than its real position. This is due to mobility of air. The air in the Earth's atmosphere is mobile. It is continuously moving from one place to another place. Again, the temperature of the atmosphere in different layers is different, and that's why due to these two regions, means the mobility of air and change in the temperature of the atmosphere, the apparent position of star is seen. When more light is refracted towards the observer, the star appears bright, and if less light is refracted, the star appears dim. Now let us learn about this point number 6. When more and more light is refracted towards the observer, look at this one. This is a observer. When more light is refracted from the star, the star seems to be bright, and when less light is refracted, the star seems to be dim. Star appears dim to the observer on the Earth. But this phenomenon is due to mobility of air and change in the temperature of the atmosphere. So twinkling of star is one of the best example for the refraction of light which is taking place in the nature. There is a fluctuation in the intensity of starlight when observed from the earth. This is called as twinkling of stars, and the fluctuation in the intensity of starlight is due to mobility of air and different temperature of atmosphere. The second natural phenomenon which occurs in the nature due to refraction of light is advanced sunrise and delayed sunset. In this section, we are going to discuss about the advanced sunrise and delayed sunset. First of all, we will discuss about the advanced sunrise. The advanced sunrise phenomenon is also observed in the nature due to the refraction of light. Let us discuss about it. The sunrise is advanced due to the atmospheric refraction of light. An observer on the earth is the sun 2 minutes before the sun reaches the horizon. Means the observer who is observing the sun, he can see, or a person can see the sun 2 minutes earlier than its rise. This is called as a advanced sunrise. Now, how this advanced sunrise takes place? Number one, a ray of sunlight entering the earth's atmosphere follows a curved path due to atmospheric refraction, because when the light rays or the sun rays are coming from the sun, they undergo continuous refraction due to the different layers of atmosphere, and this happens due to the gradual variation in the refractive index of the atmosphere, because the different layers of the atmosphere has the different refractive index, and due to this, when the light rays are coming from rarer medium to a denser medium, the refracted ray is bending towards the normal, and that's why there is a curved path of a sun rays. Due to continuous refraction of light through the earth's atmosphere, the apparent position of the sun is slightly higher than the actual position. Hence, the sun is seen before the sun reaches the horizon, and the sun can be seen 2 minutes earlier than its rise on the horizon. In the next topic, we will discuss about the delayed sunset. The delayed sunset is also a phenomenon which is occurring due to the refraction of light in the atmosphere. The sunset is delayed due to atmospheric refraction of light. An observer on the earth sees the sun for 2 minutes after the sun has dipped below the horizon. This is called as delayed sunset. Means we can say that when the real sun is getting dipped under the horizon, we can see the sun for 2 minutes after its sunset. This is called as a delayed sunset. Delayed means late. Due to continuous refraction, sun rays follows a curved path. So, the apparent position of the sun is slightly higher than the actual position. Here, the sun is seen for 2 minutes after the sunset. In this section, we are going to discuss about the light. Visible light, which is also called as a white light, it consists of 7 colors, and these 7 colors are violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. Light is an electromagnetic radiation. Our eyes are sensitive to wavelength range between 400 nanometer to 700 nanometer. In this range, radiation of different wavelengths appears to have different colors. Means we can say that the different colors of light has a different wavelength. The red light has maximum wavelength 700 nanometer, while the smallest wavelength is of violet light, which is near about 400 nanometer. In vacuum, the velocity of light rays of all frequencies is same, but velocity of light in a medium depends upon the frequency of light. Does different colors travels with different velocities in a given medium? So, the refractive index of medium is different for different colors. Dispersion of light. As we know that the white light consists of 7 colors. When the light is splitted into its 7 colors, it is called as a dispersion of light. So, the definition of dispersion of light is the process of separation of light into its component colors while passing through a medium is called as dispersion of light. In this diagram, you can see that when the white light is passed through glass prism, the white light is separated into its 7 component colors. This process is called as dispersion of light. The second important term is spectrum. The band of colored components of a light beam is called as spectrum. In this figure, when white light is passed through glass prism, there is a band of 7 colors. This band of 7 colored components is called as spectrum. The dispersion of light can be understood by using prism. So we should know about the prism. A prism is a transparent bounded by 2 plane surfaces inclined at an angle. Normally, prism is made up of glass and has a triangular cross section. Now let us discuss about partial and total internal reflection. First of all, we will discuss about partial reflection of light. When light travels from a denser medium to a rarer medium, it is partially reflected. That means path of light comes back into the denser medium as per the laws of refraction. This is called as partial reflection of light. The rest of the light gets refracted and goes into the rarer medium. In this figure, you will see that the light ray is coming from the denser medium and it is going into the rarer medium. So when you will see this diagram carefully, you will find that some of the light in the denser medium is partially reflected, while some part of the light, rest part of the light, it is refracted into the rarer medium. This is called as a partial reflection of light. The second useful term, that is the critical angle. When light travels from a denser medium to rarer medium, the angle of incidence for which the angle of refraction becomes 90 degree is called as critical angle. In this second figure, you will find that a ray of light is traveling from a denser medium. When the light is reaching at the surface of this medium, the angle of refraction becomes 90 degree. As the angle of refraction is becoming 90 degree, for this angle of incidence, this angle of incidence is nothing but it is a critical angle for which the angle of refraction is 90 degree. Total internal reflection. When light travels from a denser medium to a rarer medium, if the angle of incidence is greater than the critical angle, there is no refraction of light and all the light is reflected in the denser medium. This is called as total internal reflection of light. In this figure, you will find that a ray of light is traveling from denser medium. Here, the angle is greater than critical angle. So, the entire light is reflected within a denser medium and this is simply called as total internal reflection.